It's Eliott King here in Radio Now 100.9 backstage, joined by a very special guest. You hear her all the time, Grammy Award-winning superstar voice of an angel. We got Alessia Cara joining us. Hi, Alessia.
Hi, thank you for that intro. So nice.
You're welcome. I left out a whole bunch. We could have did like a 10-minute intro, but I was like, we got to get to this because, you got things to do. But thank you for taking the time and joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so we got to talk about your new album that's come out. In the meantime, it's your third studio album. And the thing about, seeing this album is like we've seen you, at such an early age. So how do you think that you've grown as a person and as an artist from your last album to this album?
I mean, in a ton of ways, I feel like the last couple of years definitely made us all grow even more, just because we had so much time to like be on our own and like reflect, I guess, at the craziness that was happening. We live in such a distraction, fast paced based world, especially this industry is so based on like go, go, go and travel and connection. And, it like I haven't done anything other than that in the last 7 years. So I feel like I grew a lot just by being able to be on my own and, figure out who I was without my job, which is a scary thing to think about. But, it was a good, necessary thoughts.
Yes, I think that's a great word, necessary, because I don't think a lot of people would sit down and actually do that unless they were forced to. But it seems like, you took the time and, used it to your advantage.
Mm.
Um, Now, when I first heard this album, I've done something with this album that I have never done in a long time. Like I just sat down in my room, turned off everything, put my headphones in because I just wanted to be immersed in this album. And the first thing I thought was like, this would be a fun live show because it just gave me a bunch of like positive vibes and made me want to dance and stuff. But under all that fun stuff and the dancey beats and vibes, you're talking about real issues. So like, what was your approach when you were making this album?
Mm. I think my approach was just like you said. I like to talk about a lot of serious things, but not make it sound too serious. I think it's kind of fun to have people kind of like like do a double take or think twice about certain things that I say, just by disguising them with like humor or more up tempo sonics. I don't know. I don't want to make people like depressed or anything. So I want them to be able to dance and have fun, but still, talk about my feelings in a way that is honest and real, to me and hopefully to people listening. So I try to do a bit of both to make it like fun, but then also, through humor sometimes just say some things that I was really going through.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's like kind of like you're that friend is like, we could talk about that stuff when you're ready to talk about that stuff because it's there when you're ready for it, but we don't have to right now. But when you're ready, we'll
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah,
it.
for sure. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about your involvement with this project because you wrote all the lyrics. I don't know if people give you enough credit as a songwriter, but you did more than that. You also like played instruments and had your hand in production. So like, what was your involvement in the totality of this project?
Yeah, so I wrote every lyric and melody myself. I guess like in writer terms, it's called top line. So, producers would either give me a beat or I would, write chords and then write everything over top of that myself, which is something that I'm really lucky that I get to do as a pop artist in this industry. It's not something that everybody gets to do, unfortunately, but I'm lucky enough that my team is like really just lets me be creative and do my own thing, which is great. And yeah, I played the drums on one of the songs. I played some instruments, vocal produced. I feel like the pandemic actually kind of helped me get better at that stuff because I had to kind of just rely on myself. So a lot of these songs I recorded myself in my room and had to like kind of do a lot on my own, which is good because I don't know if I would have done it or pushed myself if I wasn't forced to. So it was good that I, had the chance to work on it on my own.
Yeah, definitely got to develop those skills. Now, I want to dive into a few of these songs because some questions rose up, as I was listening to them. On Sweet Dreams, Sweet Dream, we'll talk about that one first. I guess just tell me what that's about because listening to it, it kind of felt like, it's about obviously about like insomnia and your mind racing about going to sleep. Well, like also maybe you have nightmares when you do go to sleep, or possibly like sleep paralysis. So like I was just going into a whole deep thing trying to figure out what this song was about. But I just want to get it from the artist. Like what was your inspiration in making this song?
Mhm. Well, thankfully, I have never experienced sleep paralysis. Thank God, because I feel like that would be absolutely terrifying. I know
Yeah.
people who have, and it's awful. But I have experienced and continue to experience for my whole life insomnia and struggling with my relationship to sleep and nighttime and anxiety and all that stuff. It's just always been something that I've had trouble with, to the point that now it's just become like a running joke in my friendships and family. Like everybody just knows I never sleep. And yeah, I don't know why. I've just always struggled with it. I think I really have a hard time turning my brain off at night. And I feel like it's the only time where have to myself where I can just worry and dwell on every single thing that's ever happened to me or will happen to me. So, yeah, this song is basically just me complaining over the course of one particular night where I just could not get to sleep and I was just so frustrated about it. So I just decided to take my phone out and write and try to be productive while I couldn't sleep.
Used it for a positive. That's good because yeah, I definitely relate to that. Had my sleep issues. I will probably overthink, this interview later on tonight. Like, I should have asked Alessia that, or why did I ask her that? Or
No, you don't worry. It was perfect. You don't have to worry about that.
well, one thing I did want to ask you about in the video, there's a goat also, but not in just that video, but also in the shapeshifter video. And here's another thing where I'm like, is this like a symbolism for like somebody who she thinks she's the goat, like who she thinks is the greatest of all time, is chasing her in her dreams? What's the significance of the goat?
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Well, first of all, it's a sheep, so that explains.
Oh, sheep. I'm like,
I think that because she okay, so this is the explanation of the sheep and why she looks like a goat. So basically, her name is Lola. She's like an actress sheep, and the day
okay,
before the shoot, she like got shaved and like all done up for the shoot. So she was like a shaved sheep. She
okay,
got a haircut like for the video, which is why she looks like a goat. She's like very shaved, very fresh, combed everything.
yeah,
And yeah, so the representation of that is like, sleep time counting sheep. She's kind of the whole reference. And she's like the symbol of sleep and like Zen and peace and purity. So that's why we had her in that video. And then in Shapeshifter, I did that to kind of tie together and give a hint that the Shapeshifter video was just a dream. So everything that was happening in the Shapeshifter video was actually the dream that I was having at the end of the Sweet Dream video. So I wanted to like tie those two things together. But that's really funny that you thought I was like, I'm the greatest of all time.
yeah. Like I said, I'm over analyzing everything. I'm trying to be a perfectionist.
No, I love it. I think it's amazing. It's so good.
Another song. This might be my favorite song on the album. "Find My Boy." I think it's
Hey.
a really good song, but I it made me wonder: is like, does Alessia Cara have a type? Because when I listen to the song, it seems like you don't have any type. Like you just looking out for whoever. But is that true, or does she actually have a type?
I mean, I like to think I do, but I so don't. Like if you look at my track record, it's all over the place. It's kind of hilarious how all over the place it is. Yeah, I love everyone. Like honestly, like I love different cultures. I love different, shapes, sizes. I don't care. Yeah, I really just don't have a type. I like to think I do. There's like a type of boy that I always tend to have a crush on. Like I love curly hair and like tall boys, but honestly, like I've dated people who are not tall, who don't have curly hair, who, don't look like what I think my type is. So it's funny.
Yeah. So yes, you have a type, but also no, you don't have a type.
Yeah, not at all. No.
All right. Best days is another one that stuck out to me because it seemed like you were doing that whole introspection, reflection thing again. Talking about are the best days behind me? Like, what if this? What if that? Like, where were you at when you were writing that song? Like mentally, and I guess physically.
Yeah. It's funny because I actually wrote that song pre-pandemic. So little did I know, things were going to get a lot worse if I thought those days were bad. But honestly, I was just feeling really, really down one time. I was having a New Year's party right before the pandemic, and I just felt like this sinking feeling of sadness. And I was looking at all the years behind me, and I was like, man, I missed so many good moments because I was so sad, you know, and what if I'll never have good moments again? Like, what if I'm just going to be sad for the rest of my life and I wasted all this time? And it was such a real feeling in my chest and in my head and my body. And I wrote this song as just a way to, like, you know, get those feelings out and process what that meant for me. And I'm glad I did, because, you know, that was the song that really allowed me to understand what I was dealing with, and also, you know, get proper help and go to therapy and all that stuff. So I'm doing a lot better now, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, definitely. I know a lot of people, including myself, can relate to that song. What's a song out right now that you would like to cover? Because when you came on the scene, you know, you were doing covers and stuff. But like, what's a song today that you would do a cover of?
Good question. I was saying this to my band the other day. It'd be cool to do a song or a cover of, you know, the song "Time of the Season" by the Zombies. It's the time of the season. I love that song. So that would be really cool. I'm really into 70s music, so that would be like a nice one.
Yes, that would
Yeah.
be good. Now, as a singer, now what would be a song you would like to cover, like if you were playing the drums on it?
Ooh, the one that I usually do is Fleetwood Mac. Oh my God, Dreams. Dreams by Fleetwood
Oh,
Mac is like my favorite. My drummer Adrian has been teaching me to play that for like 5 years, and I still don't do it well. But I would love to do a proper drum cover of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
that would be awesome. Yeah, the closest I could get to is like playing Rock Band or Guitar Hero, just playing drums on that. Not
Oh
real
my God,
like
that's where I, you know, got my first love. That's where I became a performer on Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
you're nailing it, throwing concerts out there.
Mhm.
All right, so I want to play this game with you before we let you get up out of here. You have a song called "Lie to Me" on your album, so that's what
Mhm.
I want you to do. I want you to lie to me. I know you would
Ooh.
never. I would know you would never lie to me in person because you're such a sweet, innocent person who's always honest. But in this particular case, I'm gonna give you the freedom to choose. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you can tell me the truth or you can make up a lie, and I'm gonna be like human lie detector over here, and I'm gonna call you out on it if I think you're lying.
Okay. Oh God,
Okay.
I feel like I'm such a
So
bad liar. Okay, let's
yeah.
do it. I'm
So
ready.
set the stage. We gotta I know I've seen this on lie detector shows. You gotta set, the barometer. I gotta ask you something that's real easy. Like,
Mm,
where were you born?
okay. I was born in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada.
I don't know if that's true or not. I know it's Canada. You might have switched up the cities on me, but I'm gonna say that's true.
Yeah, yeah. True. It was
um,
true.
when were you born?
The time or the date?
The date.
The date. I was born July 13th, 1996.
I already know she lied. She likes to lie. But you're a good liar though because it's so close to the truth. It's like July. It's like 2 days off, right? July 11th.
Oh my God, July 11th. Why am I the worst? I'm gonna suck at this game. Okay. Okay.
Now you got to get it together. You got to
Okay.
get it together. But yeah, I knew that because we're like birthday neighbors. My birthday's the 15th, so
Oh, okay, cool.
we're both cancers.
Sweet.
Unrelated question: do you think cancers? Do you think the personality traits that they assign with cancers? Do you think that's true, or you think that's myth?
I think it's partly true. I feel like, you know, there's like a whole birth chart. There's a whole other thing that you have to
Yeah,
follow, apparently. So I feel like when you read the whole birth chart, then it
yeah,
starts to make sense. But I feel like just that one sign, sometimes I identify with some of it, not all of it, but some.
yeah. Yeah, and I know people just think I'm emotional and all the time, which is true.
Which is true. Yeah, me too. I feel like that's the most true thing about cancers. We're very emotional
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Okay, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is The Notebook.
I'm gonna say that's true.
That's a lie. I've never seen it.
No,
I've never seen it.
Never seen
I
it.
got you.
Wow. Okay, you're good. All right, couple more. Who is your first celebrity crush?
My first celebrity crush was, there was a couple. I would say probably Milo Ventimiglia from Gilmore Girls.
Is that what he was on? He's been in a bunch of other stuff, but I'm gonna say that's you lying. That's not true.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I swear. He's still my celebrity crush right now. Oh my god, I love him so much.
He's
Yeah, he
good.
was Jess in Gilmore Girls. We love him.
All right. Last question. Do you
All right.
wish this interview would be done already?
No.
She lying. She ready to get up out of here.
That's not
Can't
true.
wait to leave. She
I
cannot
swear.
wait to leave.
That's not true. Hey, I'm winning the game. I love this. I would stay all day.
Yeah,
I
as long
actually
as
thought
you
it was
ready.
not bad. I'm like
Nah,
2 for
you
2.
good. Yeah, you're a better liar than I thought you would be.
Thank you.
So I guess congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. I'll just take it as a good thing for now.
Yeah, it's something to have in your back pocket. Like you know it's there, but you hope you don't have to use it.
But I can if I need to.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much, Alessia, for taking the time. We wish you nothing but the best. Can't wait to. Hopefully, we'll see you out here on the road doing tours and shows. But if not, we'll follow you on the internets, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You too. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.